Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday Thoughts. Today, I will be sharing my thoughts on training again, mainly because it's so important to make sure that the people that are handling your doughs are handling them right. And how do you do that? I mean, especially in these times where we're experiencing labor shortages, how do we train the people on the floor? What do we do with flour, water, gluten? The basics. So if you don't have time to teach them or you don't have someone to mentor them, I highly suggest taking a look at our baker certified courses. And we have these available right now for your purchase at about $150 per course. Okay. So, in my previous Thursday thoughts, I have shared our previous modules on flour and dough testing, quality of flour, water, gluten. We've also covered the minor ingredients of salt, dough conditioners, and sugar. And today I am going to share some of our material from BCB5, which is the module on salt, sugar, dough conditioners, enzymes, whey, milk, eggs, and fiber. So in this module, today we will cover milk and eggs and what they do within your formula. Here, stay tuned.
Milk and dairy has been used in bread in the form of buttermilk, non-fat dried milk, and whole milk for decades. Here's what it does for the formula. It increases proofing tolerance by increasing pH of the dough. Milk has glucose and galactose, which increases the golden crust color. Depending on its form, powdered milk will affect the water absorption of the dough. Whole milk from dairy cattle is consumed as a beverage, but this form of milk is rarely used in bread formulation due to dispensing and sanitation issues. Whole milk is usually processed before it is used in the bakery, in the following forms. Evaporated milk is concentrated milk that has 50% of its liquid boiled away. It is an easy form of milk to store and use. At 6.5% milk fat and 16.5% non-fat milk solids, it just needs a 1-to-1 ratio when reconstituting with water to imitate whole milk. Non-fat dried milk is the total solids left behind, mainly proteins, after dairy cream and water has been removed from milk. It is the byproduct of cream and butter production. It's a favored form of milk to use because it can be stored at room temperature for many months. High-heat, non-fat dried milk is the most common form used and can be added directly to bread formulations, up to 5% dry flour weight. The next dairy favorite is buttermilk. Who doesn't love that creamy, fragrant, soft dinner roll with the aroma of rich buttermilk? The form commonly used in bread formulations is buttermilk powder. Choose the sweet cream buttermilk powder in your formulations. This way, you would have beneficial emulsification effects from the natural phospholipids. If you would like to go with the liquid buttermilk, choose the sweet cream version as well. Click on these links to learn more about these types of milk. What do you call a cow that can't give milk? An utter failure. Sweet whey is actually a byproduct of making cheese. Liquid whey is the aqueous solution that is left behind after the milk curds into cheese. This liquid whey is then concentrated and dried down into whey protein concentrate. There are many forms of whey protein concentrate, and sweet whey is a form that has the highest lactose content. Sweet whey or whey protein concentrates are an economical source of protein. It is high in proteins. Whey protein concentrates can range from 35 to over 90% in proteins. If you're looking to increase the protein of your bread, and if dairy is already an allergen in your products, whey protein concentrates would be a great way to go. Whey can also aid in emulsification due to its phospholipid content. It aids in stabilizing the dough, resulting in a higher volume and softer texture over shelf life. Whey proteins can form gels as well. This gelation helps bind water and improves the viscosity of the dough. Because of this gelation, it is able to replace eggs in bread formulas. Due to the phospholipid content, foam stability, and gelation capability, you can use whey protein concentrates, especially the higher protein whey protein concentrates, to partially reduce eggs by 50%, making it a cost-effective egg replacer. Whey has lactose that encourages Maillard reaction and browning, especially sweet whey. Therefore, expect a golden crust color when you start using whey protein concentrates. Whey can be used up to 3% dry flour weight in bread applications. As you can see, dried sweet whey contains a high amount of lactose at 75%, with a lower protein at 13.1%, fat at 0.8%, some moisture at 3.5%, lactic acid at 0.2%, and ash at 7.3%. As whey goes up in protein, it will go down in lactose, becoming less sweet and browns less effectively. Sweet whey can be used at levels of 2 to 3% dry flour weight, and if you work with your whey supplier, you can get tailored specifications for your needs. What do you say to your coworker who hasn't taken this module? I'm way ahead of you. Next, let's talk about eggs. Eggs are used in challah, brioche, and bread formulas that frequently need further volume and resilience. The proteins in eggs are exceptional. There's really no other protein that reacts like it. Egg yolk itself has lots of fat and lecithin that tenderizes bread, making it less crumbly and soft. Egg yolks add to the viscosity and network of the dough. It has a great gelation capacity, binds water, and creates an emulsion for further water control. Egg proteins in the whites are great structure builders that create strong foams, increasing the volume and making bread softer. The carotenoids in egg yolk provides a rich, creamy flavor, while the proteins in the whole egg contributes to the Maillard reaction that makes a formula smell eggy. One of the most important functions of egg is its nutrition. It is rich in proteins, contributing to high protein formulations. And its yolk is rich in vitamin A, D, E, and K, and omega-3 fatty acids. An egg.
Just remember, if you do want to take away milk and eggs, those are the functionality that you have to replace. And many times when you work with brioche formulas on the high-speed line, it's so easy to forget that milk and eggs don't only give the flavor, it gives the texture and the Maillard reaction as well. So when you replace milk and eggs in your formula for your brioche buns, then you have to look into other proteins that provide that kind of functionality. Anyway, if you're intending to create a high protein formula for any of your buns or breads, and you already run the dairy allergen in your plant, there is a seminar that is free to you and for your coworkers on the 10th, which is next week. And this particular seminar, which is sponsored by Arla, is going to teach you how to focus on high protein formulation. Okay, so I hope today's knowledge share on milk and eggs would lead up to your understanding on how to create a high protein formula. So don't forget, if you need to train anyone, these modules are ready for your purchase on bakerpedia.com. All right. And if you need any more information, if you want to purchase these seminars at a quantity, we would be able to provide a discount. So reach out to us at support@bakerpedia.com. All right. Till next time, bakers. Have a great weekend. Bye.